I was raised LDS, and I grew up reciting that the Mormon Church and prophet in the Mormon Gospel was the path to God. And at the time, I didn't consider too much about the claims of the church. It was easier just to follow along in my parents and grandparents and grandparents' faith and to belong to the Mormon community. It probably wasn't until my mom really started backsliding with alcoholism that my family started to deteriorate, and it gave me the freedom to do what I wanted with my time. And I started drifting from the LDS church as I had doubts about its claims, and my family started to fall apart. My idea of God was, so distorted that I stopped caring about spiritual things altogether. I operated out of really selfish ambition, and spent a lot of time being angry or apathetic. I experimented with drugs and alcohol, and I became very good at manipulating people and situations to benefit myself. I didn't really consider God again until I met a young lady that was pursuing God. She happened to be good at asking really tough questions too. And her faith and testimony had a huge impact on me. So much so as she told me that she cared much more about serving a holy God than the relationship that I wanted to have with her. And that caused me to want to investigate her God more. Learning to rely on God's promises has not always been easy, but He's proven Himself to be faithful over and over again. My story has taught me that God is incredibly faithful, and He's everything. Over the years of following Christ, God's called us and led us into working with teens in our youth ministry, and He's allowed me to be part of the leadership board here at First Baptist. And He's allowed other people to come into our lives that have been amazing mentors. And I'm excited to see what God calls us to next.